Okay, we're looking at the setup of experiment 14, torques, equilibrium, and center of gravity. Now, I'm not in the St. Philip's College lab where we have this nice setup with meter sticks. I couldn't find a simulation that was uh, catered to what we need to do, so I've come up with our own little devices. Basically, what I have here is I have a little Culligan water softener ruler. It's not ruler, it's a yardstick. So it's only 91 centimeters, 36 inches, 91 point something, I'm not sure what. And its density, I mean, its total mass is uh, 43 grams. Let's see, yeah, 43 grams per, um, 43 grams total. 43 grams total. I've got a little binder clip on here, and this is just a little metal straw that we're going to use as our balancing point. And you can see I've got it right, pretty much right in the center, and I've got just uh, crude centimeter markings on it. That's going to have to do. I don't really feel like doing all the millimeter marks. So I'm going to say this is 46. The center point is 46 point, I'm going to call it 46.4 as best as my eye can see. And you can see when we put the straw through the binder clip and put it in our little holder is just a little box of Belvita with the sides cut out so that it can rotate. You can see that indeed it does balance. So our meter stick is balanced. Let me try to get it to where we have the whole thing. Now we're going to need some weights. We're going to need two 100-gram weights, a 200-gram weight, and a 50-gram weight. So what I've got here is I've got a empty jar of baby food, and I just threw some bolts in there with the little eye hook, and that gives us 100 grams. And then I have it done again. That's another 100 grams. And then I really filled it up with some nuts and bolts, and that's our 200 grams. And then I needed 50. Well, the empty jar is 70 grams, so I couldn't use it. So I just have a bunch of little Allen wrenches. It took 4 of them to come up with exactly 50 grams. So that's our setup of what we're doing, and we're going to proceed on with the first case 1, and it says case 1. Let's look at our instructions. You can read this along with me. Take a 100-gram mass. So we take one of these masses. There's in the regular lab, you use some hanger, you use some clamps. Well, since we don't have any clamps, we're going to I'm just using, basically I'm using dental floss tied to the eye hooks, and that's going to be our hangers. The mass of the dental floss is negligible, so we don't have to bring that. That doesn't have to come into play. So we're going to put one at 50. We're going to put 100 grams at 15 centimeters, and then we're supposed to put 200 grams, adjusting the moment arm to where it balances. So I'm going to put this 15 grams. Let me get set up, get this one ready. I put this at 15. Let's get it over as close as I can to 15. I don't know what it looks like on your side, but I've got the centimeter markers on this side where I need to see them. And we're going to drop this somewhere where it balances. That's not enough. Whoop. Got to move this again, 15. Let's see if I can. Still too much. Let's further out. Okay, and that looks like they're balanced. So we got, oh, well, I don't quite have it at 15. Let me move it back to 15, and you can see that that causes an imbalance. And let me move this one further out, too much. And that's pretty good. It's rubbing on the side here. Let me take it off now it's rubbing on the other side. We don't want any friction involved. We want it to just go with the balance. So we've got 100 grams at 15 centimeters. And now I'm talking about the markings on the meter stick, the homemade meter stick. We've got 100 grams at 15 centimeters, and we have 200 grams at 62, 60, looks like 62 centimeters. Now remember that the center point is 46.4. The center point is 46.4. Now you've got to figure out the 46.4 minus the 15 is the moment arm for this one, and the 62 minus the 46.4 is the moment arm for this one. And you're going to see a place for that. Let me write this down on the iPad. So mass one is 100 grams at 15 centimeters, and we have 200 grams at 62. I'm going to just, it's about 62.2. We'll call it 62.2 centimeters. Okay. And then you're going to see that there's a place for R1 and R2. The R1 is the 46.4 minus the 15. In the R2 is the 62.2 minus the 45.4. I better write that down. 45.4 is the center line. Okay. And I think that's all we need to do for this one. So I'm going to stop it and stop the video and proceed on with case 2.